Have you ever wondered why people still celebrate coins that are clearly collapsing? Why whole communities rally around projects that are obviously failing? Well, you're not alone. Today we're diving into what we can call the sunk joy effect. And it just might explain some of the strangest behavior you'll see in crypto. Here's how it unfolds. Communities often defend failing projects long after the warning signs are flashing bright red. But why does this happen? First up, emotional investment almost always trumps financial reality. When you've spent months or even years believing in a project, sharing memes, hanging out in Discord, and making friends, admitting failure isn't just about lost money. It feels like betraying your tribe. The joy, the laughs, the late-night chats, they start to mean more to you than your initial investment. Second, memes and optimism start to replace actual fundamentals. Instead of examining why usage is dropping, partnerships are failing, or the tech isn't working, people double down on inside jokes and motivational posts. Suddenly, diamond hands becomes more important than doing your due diligence. Third, sticking around just feels better than admitting you've lost. Psychologically, it's way easier to keep believing than to face the reality that maybe, just maybe, you were wrong. And so, the echo chamber grows. Criticism gets shouted down, and hope is turned all the way up. What happens next? Communities end up cheering for coins long past their expiry date. They become cheerleaders for sinking ships, celebrating every tiny price pump while ignoring the bigger downward spiral. And believe us, this isn't rare. You may have seen it over and over again. Projects that once prided themselves on technology and adoption start talking only about community strength and holding together. At that point, it's not about building value anymore. It's about holding on to that feeling of togetherness. But here's the danger. The sunk joy effect can drain your portfolio and stop you from finding better opportunities. When communities refuse to admit there's a problem, nobody fixes anything. Both investors and projects get stuck, unable to move on. Sometimes, the most loyal move you can make is admitting when something isn't working. Protect yourself by staying objective, even when your emotions are screaming at you to stay. Don't let sunk joy blind you to reality. Your portfolio will thank you, and so will your future self. Join us and reach your next crypto level.